first of all, I want to be grateful with RMIT Digital Ethnography Research Center and Professor Sharping. I hope you be patient with my English because it's not so fluent as I would like, but I'm trying to do my best. I have a presentation to show you something that is a work in progress. We are working, we began with medical doctors, a group of anthropologists working with medical doctors, but now we are working with designers, especially with architects, and we're trying to work in improving life conditions in general in rural areas of the country of Ecuador, and also urban marginalized areas. So this picture, this beautiful picture, is one of the photographers of our group. Jose Ocaña is a medical doctor, but is also a photographer, and you can enjoy some of his pictures. Well, what I want to talk about is this: why we have what happened when we have in Ecuador a year of rural health service. How does it work? Also, if we are wondering if we can have a design for well-being in a developing country. Architecture, design, and arts as other health professions, and health and medical education in developing countries. I work teaching anthropology in a school of medicine, and towards a new proposal for health promotion outside hospitals, because this is a key concept. What's rural health service? Rural health service is an obligatory year or 12 months period for almost every health professionals. They form groups of a doctor, a dentist, a nurse, an obstetrician, at least these professionals. When they are sent to an Amazonian region so far from cities, they have 18 days going on, working continuously, and they have a rest, they have holidays, 12 days per month. Each week they work 3 days in the health center, but 2 days, more or less in general, 2 days in making visits to houses, to other spaces far from the health center. Professionals, they are very young, they are recently graduated from universities, and they spend this year, which is obligatory, as I said, and they need this year because if they don't spend this year in rural service, they can work as doctors or as professionals in general. Each health center has a small pharmacy with basic medicines. They have a fridge. This is very important because they need, for machines, they need a cold chain. I mean, it's necessary to have a fridge, and sometimes in the Amazonian region especially, it's very difficult to have this because they don't have electricity at all. So they need solar panels, or I don't know, with any kind of techniques. And they have radio, mostly it's radio, but sometimes they are very lucky and they have internet. And finally, they have an emergency transport, but it's not enough at all for the whole country. This is one of the medical doctors. Sometimes they come from different countries in Latin America. And in this case, is a medical doctor from Venezuela. They need to have this period, this 12 months of working in rural areas, because they need this this license to have the work after. And this is in Amazonian region, and this is in the Andes. In Andes is this part is more than 3,000 meters, but sometimes it's 4,000 or even 5,000. Well, the research groups in intercultural health is formed by medical doctors and anthropologists. We are 3 anthropologists and 5 medical doctors. 2 of them, Jose Andres and Jairo, they are nowadays working in these rural areas, in this rural period, rural health service. Our aim, our objective, our goal is think about health outside the hospital. But we have a problem because people at university, they learn in schools of medicine, in schools in health sciences, they are focused in risk factors, they are focused in disease, and also they are trained to work in hospitals. But what happens when they arrive to these rural areas and work in these spaces? And they need training for health promotion because they don't have. This is a problem not only in Ecuador. I know that there are other schools of medicine around the world that has the same problem. Sometimes they feel that schools or communitarian spaces, playgrounds are health spaces, are spaces for well-being, more than hospitals, more than health centers. When we ask indigenous people, they always say that for them, they want to be treated. They want to be treated in a safe place, as we seen this morning, some places similar to their houses. They want to be safe. They want to be in a warm space. Look, this is a good example. We are working in different Latin American countries about obstetric violence. And as you can see, you have a room in the hospital where 50 mothers are giving birth at the same time. And this is a hospital in Quito. This picture is 1 or 2 months ago. And in the other one, you have a nurse with a newborn child in a Shuar house. Shuar is an ethnical group in Amazonian region. And this is the difference. The difference is sometimes health is at home and not in the hospital. This is a culturally adapted birthing room in a hospital. This is a hospital. And as you know, they have in other cultures, they have other customs. And one is this rope. They have birth in vertical because gravity is a problem for giving birth in horizontal position. And this is a culturally adapted birthing room, and these are the positions or tools that they require for a culturally adapted birth in hospitals. Our theoretical approach, our theoretical framework has 2 theories three theories that they are very important. First of all is this salutogenic approach. Antonovsky was a doctor, but he had a PhD in sociology, and he showed us that health promotion is first phase in this process that he called health in the river of life. We work in these first steps. Social determination of health is another theory, important theory by the Dr. Jaime Breilh. Jaime Breilh has a theory long time before Michael Marsmore's theory about social determinants. He thinks that with social determinants approach, we blame illness people, we blame patients for being ill. And he thinks that in poverty we have the biggest problem of health, as recently the Lancet published. We know before, but Lancet published in January this year. And to achieve health and healthy environment for everybody, we need to change living conditions and improve health empowerment. For example, the first problem is poverty, but the second one is functional illiteracy, because it's very difficult to work with people with this big tax of functional illiteracy. This is our framework in creative health with Sarah Pink and Florentino Diaz. We work in this framework. This is a comparative analysis of these key concepts with Sarah, myself, and also Rita Sharon, which is a specialist in medicine based in narratives in Columbia University in the States. This is our framework. And the question is, can architecture create health? This is that we are wondering, and I give you some examples. First of all, Capora is a studio of architects in Ecuador, and they work with people. I'm going to show you some pictures where they're working with communities. Health Promotion House is a house that it was built in the last year. Because it was in Ecuador, there was an earthquake, strong earthquake in 2016 in the coast area, and the Pan American Health Organization decided to build a health center and beside another building for health promotion, only for health promotion, and I'm going to show you. Straw is a proposal that we have with an Italian architect who is Francesco Verciura, and nowadays he's in Ecuador and he works with straw. And Mass Design Group is a group in Harvard University School of Design, if I'm not wrong, and they construct a hospital in Rwanda. This is Tambillo. Tambillo is a place in the north of Ecuador, in the border with Colombia. And this is a proposal that this group of architects made for this community, because these are Afro-Ecuadorian people, and they are good dancers, good musicians. They play marimba, and they design a space for, this is the project, and they design a space. Gabriel is the architect working with community, and they design a space for teenagers, especially for young people, because they have some problems with drugs and pregnancies and all these kind of problems with these poor people, and they decide to work with a cultural space for share music, dance, and have a good time. This is the space. Okay. This is the Health Promotion House. As you can see, it's made by bamboo. Bamboo is a local material, and they designed this space with local materials, also with Capora, with the rest of the architects. When they ask to the community what happened with this space, what do you want to do in this space, they say we want to have a program about drugs and alcohol prevention. We want to have a space to share problems and solutions. We want to learn computing, to space for doing physical activity or health training, but we don't want in 100% of answers, they don't want to have any political issue, they don't want to have political meetings or political outcomes in this place. This is a proposal for a natural building material for a sustainable future, as Francesco says. Well, we have a lot of problems with earthquakes because it's 99% of death caused in earthquakes are due to collapsing, building collapsing. Auto-construction or self-construction enables creativity and provides tangible benefits, especially for poor people. These are some examples in Italy where they have also earthquakes. And this is the Butaro District Hospital in Rwanda, for MAS, this group. They build with the people. People are trained to be builders, and they work together. And this is my last idea. Design for well-being in Ecuador is something that we need to change medical education with this salutogenic approach based in health and not only in disease. Improve health services and health centers by adapting them culturally to people. Health can be developed in every environment and not only and not always in hospitals. We want to introduce arts, designs, and narratives in medical education. And we think that poverty is the biggest health problem. We use health empowerment as a tool against this functional illiteracy, which is the second problem. And finally, health and education are human rights. We need to remember that. These are some healthy moments in different places and with communities and with health professionals. And that's all. Thank you.